Hello. Today you're going to record the warm-up in C into GarageBand. You're going to record first your right hand, then your left hand, and finally both hands. So if you haven't done it already, launch GarageBand and then select New Project. You can just click on Piano. You're going to name the file warmup and then use your last name. By default, it's going to save it to the GarageBand folder, but we want to save it to your H drive or your home directory. So to get more choices, we're going to click on this caret or down arrow right here. That's going to make this window larger. Then click Desktop, and on the desktop you should have a file that either says Home on it or it may have your name on it. That is your H drive where all your work from your other classes are saved into. So we want to make sure this gets into there as well. We're going to adjust the tempo somewhere in the 80s. Is probably going to feel comfortable. You can always change this if you need to. You can leave that in 4/4 time and in the key of C major. Once you've got all these settings correct and saving to your home directory, then you can click Create. We're going to add in here a drum beat to help you play with a steady beat. So come down here to the bottom right hand corner and find the loop-de-loop. That's the loop browser. Click on that and that's going to give us some options for drum loops. Click the All Drums button and down here we're going to have a variety of loops. You need to pick something that really has a solid pulse. Any of the 80s pop beats are good. Most of the club dance beats are good. Spend just a couple minutes picking out one that you like, but don't spend too much time on it. Once you find one that you like, you can drag it into here and just drag it below your piano track. So that gives us 4 measures of drum beats. We're going to want a lot more than that. Now that I've picked my beat, I'm going to hide this window by unclicking that. I'm going to grab the top right hand corner and stretch that over and clone this segment so I've got plenty of beats to work with. Now it's time for me to practice. Make sure when you're practicing your piano that you click on the piano track. If you have the drum track selected, your keyboard is going to play drums. So make sure the piano track is selected. I'm going to practice with the steady pulse and make sure that I'm able to play along with it. So I'll hit the play button just to practice. I can turn my drums down a little if I need to. What I like to do is give myself a count off in my head. 1, 2, 3, 4. So once you feel real comfortable with that, you can record the right hand. The record button is down here, the red button. You can click that. You don't need to start recording right away though. Feel the pulse for a little bit, count in your head, and then give yourself a count off. And 1, 2, 3, 4. If you like that, you could keep it. If not, you can delete it and try again. You can stop the recording between each segment. So the first segment is going to be to do your right hand. Then you're going to do your left hand. Same process. Feel the pulse. Give yourself a count off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's my left hand. And you can pause it. If you feel good with that, you can move on to the both hands. If not, you can always re-record that. So notice I skip a little space between each one. So now finally I'm going to record my left hand, or excuse me, both hands together. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so when you're all done, you should have 3 segments here: right hand, left hand, and then finally both hands together. And I'll give you another video on next class as far as how to turn this in. It'll probably be a 2-day project. Thank you.